So I've been working on this electronics project and I need some connectors for it that I can't pick up today. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, but my local electronics store is closed on Sunday, so I have to find some other way to get the parts that I need. Well, I've got a couple of old computers that are downstairs in the basement. One is this old computer that can barely run Windows XP. So I think it's time to recycle it. I've already taken the motherboard out of the computer, but the connectors that I need are already there. So I figured I would try a method that I saw on YouTube recently to take some of those connectors off and see what other interesting things I could find. So let's take a look and see if we can get some stuff off of it. How do we do with number 2? Ooh! Flips around. Well, a little more meltiness there. Oh yeah. And on the inside, not looking so great. Still usable. That is an awesome smell. Oh, it wants to go. Come on. You can do it. Oh, it's airing off all your buddies next door. All those little surface mounts just fly right off, but then when you get to this big parallel port, it does not want to go. I really hope I don't need a bigger heat gun. The Drill Master from Harbor Freight, maybe not enough power. For indoor use only. Whoops. Made it back inside and we have some interesting parts to work with. For my other project, I was going after these IDE headers. The cables that you use to connect to them have large wires that are convenient for hobbyist projects. I also saved these Molex connectors, which I'd like to use to build my own benchtop power supply using the power supply that came with the computer. I held on to that when I took it apart. I also picked up miscellaneous capacitors and inductors, also a piezoelectric speaker, and a 2032 battery mount. I got a hold of a few surface mount ICs as well. None of them are particularly handy for any hobbyist projects. I was also able to get a USB 2.1 female jack and a 2-port female jack for PS2 type connections. The PS2 connections will be handy for hobbyist projects. This little 4-bank of LEDs was a nice find, and some miscellaneous headers and smaller connectors. Just for fun, I tried to extract the 2 RAM DIMM sockets from the board, but those are so long, the heat took a while to melt the solder, so one side would always cool down while the other was heating up. One of them came out okay, but the other one got torn up a little. Some of these components you can get very easily in large batches for not too much money. This isn't necessarily the most cost-effective way of getting all of your parts, but for some of the more obscure ones, like the 2-port USB, 2-port PS2, the 90-degree VGA, and 90-degree DB9s, it might be worth your time. If you'd like to do this for yourself, there's a few things you might want to keep in mind. You'll need a strong enough heat gun in order to melt off, or at least soften the solder, so the parts fall away easily. You don't necessarily need to use any force for them to come out of the board, unless they've been snapped in place or glued there. You might also want a very well-ventilated area to work in. There's some pretty bad smells that come off of this board while you're working with it. And that's it. I have all the parts that I need to continue my original project, and I'm on my way. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to, give this a try yourself. If you do, please comment below and let me know how you did. Did you find a better way to remove some of the parts that I had trouble with? Or is there some other method that works even better? Please let me know. Thanks.